Hey guys, my name's April, and this is Jeff.
Hey.
And welcome to Let's Talk, where we pick a topic and talk about it. This week we're talking about neighbors. What are neighbors? They're people that live next door to you.
You have to live next to them.
Or around.
Or around them.
Fine. My shit, my bad. Yes, so it's people that you live around, whether it be apartments, or townhouses, or houses.
Mobile homes?
Yeah, mobile homes. Good job. Have you any trouble with any neighbors before?
Not like really bad trouble, but I've had neighbors that are just like kind of annoying. Like, they'll always be out late at night, like smoking, or like just talking loud when it's like midnight's pretty late. That's one thing. But sometimes even like 2 a.m, which is kind of pushing it because that's when most people are definitely asleep. But it really depends on which area you live in. I feel like the more wealthier neighborhoods, it seems like it's more quiet as opposed to like the middle class. But I've never had like any serious altercations with neighbors.
I don't think I've had anything like that. I just had the noisy neighbors. Too loud or sort of inconsiderate of the other people that are living, around you. If you're up, sure. If it's like 7 or 8 or whatever, you're up because you have to go somewhere. Like, alright, you need to go somewhere. But there's people who are sleeping. At least be a little quiet. I mean, I haven't had anything personally. I know my parents have. One time, I was younger, we lived in townhouses. So the way that townhouses worked was there's parking spots. So there's like your parking spot that was designated for you, but then there's like a visitor parking spot. So visitors can park. So it's kind of like the parking space is kind of alternated, but I can't remember. Anyways, so my parents had 2 cars, one for each. And so one would park in the parking spot and one would park in the visitor parking spot. And I guess one day, my mom, I think, was parked in the visitor spot. I can't remember how accurate the story is, but I remember waking up because my window is right outside, like right where the parking lot is. And I heard yelling, so I looked out, and my stepdad is yelling at this woman because she parked in our spot, but she was visiting the neighbor, like our next door neighbor. So they started bickering. My stepdad was like, kept saying like, fuck you. I don't remember the whole thing, but yeah, she was yelling back at him. I don't know why she was yelling. She was probably drunk or something. It's like, I don't see why you'd be yelling. But yeah, she moved, and then my stepdad got in. And then the second time was at my mom's house. Our neighbor was having a party, and some of his friends got drunk, and my mom was about to go to bed. She decides to look out the window, which overlooks the driveway, and she found a guy peeing on her car that she just bought like a month. And so she's like yelling at my stepdad. She's like, go outside, there's someone by my car, he's peeing on my car. So they go out, and the dude's really drunk. He can't even say a sentence. Like, he can't even come up with a sentence. His best friend or whoever friend was telling us to calm the fuck down, like, there's nothing we can do, like, it happened. And I'm like, dude, you were standing there watching this whole thing happen. You could have stopped him and said, hey, dude, that's someone's car. There's a bush right behind you. And then you can go. But he's like, fuck you guys. And I'm like, I haven't had altercations with neighbors, but I've seen stuff happen.
Well, how about like neighbors in apartments?
We haven't had bad neighbors. I know the one neighbor that we had before who had 2 kids or something. Mm-hmm. That just got annoying because our bedroom is like right by the entrance. So whenever they wake up, you're gonna hear it. I don't know about you, you sleep.
Yeah, I sleep.
You sleep. I
can
wake
still
up.
Hear it though. They're pretty loud.
I mean,
the kid is like so.
Kids like yelling.
So high pitched.
I know. And then I remember one time the dad was singing one morning. I'm like, do you have to sing right now? This loud?
Well, yeah, their times are so random. Like, I don't think they sleep very much or something because it's like, it'll be at 7 a.m. or like even earlier sometimes. And then sometimes it's late at night. Like they get home at midnight or 2 a.m. and the kid's still loud. And it's just like,
You had somewhat of like not a super like altercation, but there was the one time your package was stolen.
oh yeah.
And I remember that.
Yeah, at the other apartments I lived at before, someone stole the package from the front. That area was kind of ghetto. It was ghetto. It just seemed like it was okay because it was a decent sized package, not like really big. It was a sweatshirt, but like probably big enough that it would be delivered at the front. And I just wasn't there. And the thing is, I even left work early when I saw the like delivery notification to go get it. And, like, it wasn't there. It might have got like misshipped, but I feel like the address was pretty stole.
So not to say that all neighbors are bad. We're just putting our experiences of the neighbors that we've dealt with. And I know a lot of people have dealt with worse, so it's good that we haven't. But just saying that our bad experiences has happened. So I guess we should go to the good experiences then. My mom has a really nice neighbor who likes to cook, so she's always bringing my mom food, which I don't think we've ever had a neighbor before that would do that for us. That's pretty nice.
Well, one neighbors in Banks, they were pretty good. We would go over there after school. The parents would let us have no go. Or like one time we got locked out. Me and my sister went over there and waited until that neighborhood was pretty calm for the most part. I think it was later people started moving out. The family started moving out. The younger people moved in. That's when we got more noisy. Oh, and speaking of neighbors, that one house across the street, they had the SWAT come in. The guy was like a molester. He was a teacher.
And they caught him?
Oh yeah, they raided that house.
Oh no! Did you know that teacher? Like your
No, it wasn't for my school. I think he worked for they'd been there for a while, and then their kids would hang out, like my friend's brother, because they're younger. It was just like,
Yeah, I had something like that. These apartments I lived in, there was supposedly, I don't know how, I found that out from a friend. I don't know how she found that out, but there's supposedly like a rapist that lived down the street. And so we knew a building he was in, and then I remember he was walking one time, and my friend was like, that's him. And I was like, oh, okay. And I think her dad might have looked him up too, and I think it was legit. I don't really know. But, because one time, my friend and I, we were out selling lemonade. We had like a little lemonade stand. And the guy walks by, and he's on the other side of the street, and he's walking by, and then he stops, he turns around, and he comes over, and he's like, you guys are selling lemonade? Like, I'd like to get some. And we were only selling like 25 cents. And he's like, let me go back and get some change. And I'm like, okay. So he goes back, and I'm looking at my friend like, so she runs inside and go gets her dad, who's literally like right there on the corner. And so he comes back, and she's not back yet. I'm out there. I'm waiting for her to come back. I don't know what to do. And then I'm like, do I pour him lemonade or do I not? He finally comes, my friend's dad finally comes out, and he's like, hey, I need to talk to you for a second. And so me and my friend go off to the side. We're like hiding behind a bush and hear what he says and stuff. I don't remember what he said, but yeah. And so from that day, he didn't mess with us, but he showed up at our school, like, cause her and I went to different schools. He showed up at her school first, and then he showed up at my school. And then I remember there was flyers around my school like, hey, if you see this man, do not talk to him. And then one time my friend said, the same friend said that her bike was gone. She usually just leaves it on her front porch or something, but it was gone. And then we found it in front of his house a few days later, like right in front of his house. And we're like, okay, I don't want this anymore.
Oh, speaking of neighbors, we haven't had neighbors for like
I know!
3 months, maybe going on 4.
I love it.
Those neighbors we talked about earlier, April was talking about the 2 kids.
Yeah.
I think it was 1 kid, to be honest.
I swear. That
The
kid,
kid
was,
just sounded like
then that kid was
overall.
loud enough to be 2.
Oh, the kid was very loud, very high
Goodness,
pitched.
fuck me. But yeah, no neighbors. Haven't had neighbors in I don't know how many months now. Which is
Going on
nice.
4. I think.
Has it only been 4? I thought.
Yeah, I think it's like
Oh,
4.
okay.
I mean,
well, whatever. It's still nice.
it's been long enough for like I don't know what the apartment complex is doing. Maybe they're overcharging people.
Kind of like it though, because we don't have any neighbors. We just have like a downstairs neighbor, but he's barely there.
He's there all the time. The car doesn't work. But he's just like.
But he doesn't do anything,
just
so where
watches
he
movies.
doesn't make noise, like enough noise. So it's really nice.
I can hear like a movie when I walk Bailey.
I remember I heard Coldplay once.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
That was really loud. But yeah, I mean, but other than that, that's like rare. So it's like not even an issue. But yeah, it's really nice to not have neighbors. That's the one thing when you live in apartments or like townhouses or condos or something. You have to deal with neighbors because you're literally right next door. You share a wall. So that's the only downfall. Nice to have a house because you kind of have your own thing. And you don't have to worry about making too much noise because you're in your own house. You're not sharing a wall with anyone. You own a house. I guess like the goods, the good,
Yeah.
the good and the bad with neighbors. Pros and cons with neighbors. Start with that. So I feel like we've been saying a lot of negative shit. So we gotta.
Well, it's hard not to.
I know.
People are annoying.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about which one? The pros of having neighbors. No. I guess the what do you call it? The socializing.
Yeah, the socializing.
I mean, depending on the neighbor that you have, they could be those people that just don't want to be bothered, or you could have people that you just talk to and you realize you guys have things in common and you get along, or you just have the people that just you say good morning or hi, and that's pretty much it.
Or you can talk shit about the other neighbors that are bad.
It's true. And there's also that time if you ever do need help, you can always. I mean, I feel like if you establish the type of person that they are, you can ask for help. So if you're like having car trouble,
Yeah.
or if there's an issue with something, you can go to them and get help or advice or whatever. So that's always nice to have.
Oh, not very much. I mean, I guess it's good, or good.
Good, yeah.
It's good, yeah.
It's good, yeah.
It's good if you establish like a relationship with them. So especially like if you have kids, then if they have kids too, like you can have them watch your kids or spend time over there, which is kind of nice,
So now the cons of having a neighbor. They can be loud, which could bother your sleep schedule, or you having to wake up at a certain time for work or school or something.
Yeah, they might always have like friends over, or like
That's true.
they're coming home late at night,
That's true.
all like frequently, which is annoying.
And if you're not used to having kids, they have kids that are young, then they probably hear a yada, a lot of screaming and crying and stomping around.
And if they have a crazy dog too. I mean, Bailey barks at like trucks and stuff, but like he's not barking at every single person. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the neighbors just don't even care to get to know.
Yeah, I'm more of just a passer talker. If conversation ever does decide to come up, and usually I'm not the first person to talk. So if someone says something to me, they don't talk. Alright, that is it for Let's Talk Neighbors. If you have any comments to what we said or want to add on to what we said, you can go ahead and put it in the comments below. If you liked the video, please click that like button and subscribe for more. And if you do have a suggestion for a topic that we should discuss, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!
See you next time.